right, Angela. Well, I'm glad that you came back since our last conversation. How has everything been going with you?
I've had a tough week.
Okay. Well, tell me about that tough week.
Well, I have been feeling pretty down lately. I've been getting into arguments with my husband about this whole having a baby thing.
And what kind of arguments have you and your husband been having?
Well, he wants to start trying to have a baby right now, and I'm not sure that I'm ready to do that. And I feel like he's not respecting my wishes. And so it's been making me feel really, really inadequate. Like maybe I'm not cut out for this, or maybe I'm not the person he needs to be with, or, you know, just kind of not feeling worthy. Even for the simple fact that I'm doubting wanting to have kids. So I don't really know. I don't really know.
So it sounds like you're having, and like you said, that you're having some negative thoughts about having kids, what your husband thinks, and how that makes you feel as a woman. So as far as those negative thoughts go, how persistent do you have those?
Well, because of the argument, I'm kind of having them quite a bit. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm really down. I don't want to go to work. I just need to make a decision, or I need to fix the situation, and I just really don't know how.
Okay. So it sounds like you're also suffering from some depression as well because of those negative thoughts and arguing with your husband?
I think so. It's just a lot going on.
Okay. So tell me how a typical day goes for you, as far as what happens from, like, when you don't want to get out of the bed.
Like, I know I have a lot of things to do. I know there's plenty of things to do. I just don't have the energy or the will to do it, and it just takes more out of me than what I have right now.
Okay. Well, tell me some things that you know that you're good at, that brings you a positive mindset.
Well, it won't be being a mom.
Okay, well, besides that, something that you know.
I don't know, maybe I'm good at work.
Okay.
But that doesn't really matter right now, because it's not really making a difference.
That's not where your focus is at right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you and your husband sat down to talk about how this makes you feel and what you need from him to make you feel better?
Well, I tell him that I'm just not ready. And he says that there's never the right time. And I don't think he's respecting the fact that I'm scared. And there's so many other things that I have to deal with. And the burden is going to be on me most of the time. And I don't think he respects that. He feels as if I'm being selfish, and that I'm assuming my role is going to be the dominant role, and that I'm taking his part away from him. Like, I'm not going to allow him to contribute. So he's thinking that I'm unnecessarily causing myself distress.
Okay. So let's see. I don't really know what to say right now.
I know that we can probably work through it. I'm hoping. If only I could change the way I think about having kids, or maybe if I can change how I feel about it. I just don't know how.
Okay. Well, what's one of the things where you think you would be a good place to start? And not necessarily just having a baby or, you know, that whole talk, but just where you and your husband can try and get on the same page.
I don't really know. I just don't think he's hearing me, and I can't change his thoughts. I can't make him listen to me if he's not listening to me.
Okay.
I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to approach him in that way.
What have you thought about possibly either counseling or parenting classes to get that fear out?
Well, not really. He's opposed to counseling. He doesn't believe in that. And so I know that he won't participate in that. And parenting classes, you're still not a parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does that help you? how's that going to take, you know, the edge off, or how's that going to convince him that I need more time? I don't know. It's just stressful.
Okay. Well, you're, you know, saying that you're definitely not ready to be a parent, that you do need more time, and that is something that you do know. And it seems that you feel more comfortable as far as standing your ground as far as that goes. So maybe that needs to be, you know, just something that you tell him, or that you stick with, just for the fact that if you're not ready, you know, I mean, he's gonna have to respect it. So you're not interested in the parenting or the counseling. What would be the best case scenario for you in this situation? What does Angela want to do?
Not think about it.
Not think about it.
If I had my way. Like, don't get me wrong. I think I want one day to have kids. I just not sure about it in this moment,
right,
at this time right now. And so I don't see what the rush is.
Okay. We just have to get your husband on board now to match what
he
what you guys are thinking.
We're running out of time. You know, like, we're getting up in age, and he feels like we're running out of time, which, I mean, in a way, he's a little bit right.
Yeah.
But I just need to get over my fears.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'll cross that bridge when it's, you know, when you're ready. And that's for sure. Okay, so as far as this session goes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some homework, and that's going to be called a thought log. And with that thought log, you are going to write down how you're feeling and what's the things that cause you to have either the increased depression, like when you feel really sad. Let's have an example from when you don't want to get out of the bed. So with that thought log, when that action happens, you're going to put down, I don't want to get out of the bed, and then you're going to put the reasons why. And let's see if there's any patterns as far as what increases that, whether it's the anxiety, lack of focus, arguments with your husband, anything along with those lines. And then with the next session, you'll bring it back, and then we'll be able to kind of look at that and figure out, you know, exactly where your anxiety or depression or stress comes from, and then we'll kind of be able to focus more so on hopefully getting you in a better state of mind Okay. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate the session.